Thinking of selling your home? One of the hottest trends in marketing your home is a virtual tour. But there's a big difference between a virtual tour, a video tour, and just a video slideshow that a lot of agents are calling a video tour. So let's take a look at the three different types and why each one has its own place and purpose. My name is Katie Thomas and I'm a local real estate agent here in the Phoenix East Valley area, and today we're talking all about the virtual tour and the three different types that everybody sees available.
First up are video tours. These videos are often recorded using a special handheld device called a gimbal, which allows the videographer to not have a lot of shake. It also helps them pan a lot smoother, so as you saw there. These are great because they're very user-friendly. You just hit it and play, and people can kind of get a feel for the entire plan. It also allows you to highlight special features that might not be noticeable in a photo of the property, kind of like this one's showing off the fancy grill. The other thing that I love about these videos is that they can be as long or as short as you want, and they give a bunch of different perspectives. So if you just shoot the videos for your listing, you're only talking about 20 to 60 photos, and they're usually from the same vantage point, so it's hard to get a bunch of different ones, or if you do, it's kind of overkill and too many photos for the thing. So as you can see in this tour, you really get a feel for the floor plan, for the layout, and that kind of thing. The one thing about this that I will say is that if someone really only cares about like the master bedroom, they're going to be jumping through the video. So that's the pros and cons to these videos, and let's jump to our second one. The second type of tour is a virtual tour. In this case, we're looking at a Matterport, which is taken with a special camera you can see a little bit later. But not all of them are quite as fancy, but they do allow users to, if they have virtual reality goggles, so VR goggles, they can literally feel like they're walking through this property. Those that don't have the VRs are going to be viewing it on their screen, just like this one is, where every time you see those little circles, you jump through to the next one, which is a great way to really feel the floor plan. You know, I've shown a lot of buyers homes and they kind of walk in and like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. The pictures kind of made it feel a little bit different. But the other thing too is you can really look around and see a bunch of different things with these tours, because it literally is a 360-degree tour. But those virtual reality goggles are like game changers here. Again, this is taken with a Matterport camera, like you can see in the right there. It is very expensive, and so most people don't own one. If your real estate agent uses one, they probably hire someone to come in and take the photos. The other thing about this one is it does take a while, because every circle that you saw, the photographer had to put the camera down there. So there are alternatives that are substantially cheaper. They aren't quite as sophisticated as this one. But they are just as great because they do offer that 360-degree virtual reality compatible tour to really help buyers feel the floor plan. And if you are selling a luxury home, there is no question that your agent should be offering this as part of their marketing package, because it's expected. Last but not least, we have essentially what I call a photo collage. I know a lot of agents that call these kind of videos a virtual tour or a video tour. I think that's kind of a misnomer, since really it's just taking the photos from the listing and turning it into a video. That being said, they are a very effective marketing tool because they're a video. They share really well on Facebook. You can throw in some details like this, 5-bedroom, the next one says 3 baths, and it's really visually stunning, so people stop and see that maybe more than they might just the photos. But like I said, not quite a tour, since it doesn't actually give you the feel for the floor plan, and I know that's a buyer's big beef with some of the photos, is it's somewhat misleading. Not intentionally, just the way that their mind saw everything, they thought they were getting something else. The other thing that I love about these video tours like this, they're not a video tour, is the external shots. Those are like some money shots right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned a thing or two about all these video tours that agents talk about and why each one is a potential marketing tool for getting your home sold for more. Huge shout out to Nick with Virtual Home Zone. He's the one who did the first one, the video tour, and allowed me to share this here. Please drop a comment below and let me know if your agent used any or all of these marketing pieces when they sold your last home. Did you have any, or was it just the photos in the MLS? I'd love to hear. Also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. New videos drop every Tuesday. And if you missed some of the other videos in our Seller series, be sure to check those out as well.